An envoy at a UN workshop recently warned there has been a tsunami of anti-Semitism since October 7th. At the same time, the UN rights chief calls for global zero tolerance against anti-Semitism. All this while criticism of the UN have become louder. Netanyahu called it a moral confusion at his speech at the General Assembly address. We do want to hear more from Hillel Neuer and his perspective on this. He's an international lawyer and the executive director of UN Watch. Hillel, do we have you there? Yeah, we do. Good morning, Hillel. Good to see you. So I know you've been very vocal about this. Please give me more background on the issue of anti-Semitism in the UN. So do you think it has been on the rise since October 7th, and where does this come from?
Well, sadly, one might not have expected it because it was pretty bad beforehand, but actually after October 7th, indeed, we've seen a tsunami of anti-Semitism. The most extreme example, which is very timely, is the case of Pranceska Albanese. She is the UN Human Rights Council's designated investigator on Palestine, but rather than actually investigate what's happening on the ground, she spouts anti-Semitism. She is someone who has said publicly that the Jewish lobby subjugates America. I'm going to say that again. This is a UN expert, a supposed human rights expert, who said that America is subjugated by the Jewish lobby. She also went to a Hamas conference organized by the Hamas so-called Council on International Relations on November 28th, 2022, less than 2 years ago, and she told them, you have the right to resist. Since October 7th, the day that it happened, she said, no, you need to understand the context. You need to understand that the Palestinians are just responding. This is as the massacre is taking place, 1,200 people being slaughtered, mass torture, sadistic atrocities, rape. And she's saying there's a context to it. You need to understand. She said that this massacre of Jews, the largest since the Holocaust, she disagreed with the French President Macron. She said, no, it's not anti-Semitism when they're killing Jews. Rather, it's a response to what Israel did, a response to Israel's aggression. So she's been condemned. This UN expert, Pranceska Albanese, has been condemned by France, Germany, the United States. No expert in history ever of the UN has been condemned for anti-Semitism by France, Germany, the United States. Just today, by the Canadian Special Envoy on anti-Semitism. So she's scheduled to come to America starting this Saturday. She's going to be October 26th at Georgetown, the 29th at Princeton University, where she's being called a leader. The School of International Affairs is honoring her. This is disgusting. This is someone who openly spouts racism against Jews, supports jihadi terrorism. Our organization just released a 60-page report. It's entitled Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, documents her anti-Semitism, documents her open support for terrorism. We're calling on the United States Secretary Blinken to bar her from entering the United States, period.